Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I have a question for you today. Why are you here? What do you want to know? What is it your heart keeps circling back to? I want you to hold your thought for a moment, and we should uncover that for you. In this reading, we will find out the answers that you are looking for. So ask yourself that question, and we should reveal what is it all about and what's going on. Okay, so here we go. The 9 of Wands. So what I'm getting is that whatever your question is, the answer to that question is the boundaries. You have been tired of fighting alone, and you need to put boundaries, or you may have put boundaries because of which you are in the situation. So, boundaries. But I'm getting that you are still resilient and you want to work you want to work more, whatever it is, relationship, work situation, or you're not done yet. You are just putting boundaries to it. So let's find out, what are these boundaries for? What are you putting these boundaries for? Okay. The 5 of Swords. And with this card pulling up, I feel like no one's winning here. These are your ideas, maybe you're trying to put your ideas out front. You're seeking approval, but you may not be getting response that you thought you would get by putting this idea across. And I'm getting that these are worthy of these ideas are great. I'm getting that no one's winning because the people who you pitched the ideas to, maybe they didn't understand that perfectly, and they didn't buy it. But you're not losing faith. You're not losing faith in your ideas, or whatever is the situation for you. And you could be putting those boundaries. You may have put boundaries into pitching these ideas, maybe. Or maybe you're just tired now with this idea being put forward, and you worked a lot on your own. You built this, and somehow what I'm getting is that you worked very hard on this, and all by yourself, and when it was time to put this idea across, you did that, and now you're not really disappointed, but you're not losing faith. Maybe they didn't buy your idea, but you're not losing faith in this idea. Let's see more what's going on. What is this idea for? What is this idea? The 5 of Cups. 2 5s in a row. And the 5 of Cups would basically mean that it's assuring, or what I just said with the 5 of Swords, that you're grieving in the moment because they didn't buy your idea, but that's not the end of the world. Now, you see here, the man in the hood here is just looking over this build of cups, but there are 2 more cups in the back here, which is the hope. And I'm also seeing with the 5 of Swords here that you're holding those swords to yourself and picking up the swords that they left, which means that you're not losing faith in that, whatever it is that you pitched, whatever it is that your ideas were, thoughts were. And I know it's definitely hurtful when we pitch someone about how we feel, maybe an idea, or whatever it is that we wanted to put across. And when there's denial, that's always a disappointment. So, like I said before, you're not disappointed with the other cards. I didn't see it yet, but with the Five of Cups here, I'm pretty sure that you're grieving that right now. And it's actually a good, I mean, I know it's not feeling good right now, but if you look the other way, there are cups still. So there's still hope. And I'm also seeing that you're not willing to give up on this idea as well, right? So, yeah, there's still hope. Maybe if not them, someone else will, right? You could pitch that to someone else, because this is definitely not the end of the world for you. That's too many. But I'm pretty sure no one's winning. Even them, they're not winning by denying your ideas. The sun just popped out. It just flipped. And the darkest night is over. So I'm getting that with all this going on here, I'm feeling that you somehow knew that this might, somewhere deep inside you, you knew that maybe it's not going to work, but you were so attached with, if it's a business idea, even if it's a business idea, a relationship, it doesn't matter. Whatever is your situation, just connect this to your situation. Maybe it might not resonate with you. And if that's the case, it's not your story and you're free to drop. But if any of this is your situation, I'm getting that somewhere deep within, you already knew. And I guess you've already faced your fears. And it's over. The darkest night is over, and it's time for you to shine. The sun card is out, and it's telling me that you've gone through everything, every possible thing in your journey about whatever it was, and it's all ended now. It's crystal clear, and from here it's only vitality, happiness, and all the good stuff. You're free. You've learned everything, learned every lesson you needed to learn, and you have all the answers. The darkest night is over. It has ended, and from here on, new beginnings is right around the corner, and it's going to be happy ever after. Is what I'm getting with the sun card. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So as soon as you see that these cups here are still there, it's not the end of the world. As soon as you realize this, maybe if, for an example, if you were looking out for a relationship with someone, and you had put in all the work, like you had ambitions to go out with them, do a lot of things, like you plan, if the person says yes, you want to do certain things, like, take them out here, take them out there, maybe go for a concert, go out on a dinner, and you might have planned a lot of things. So there are a lot of ambitions here. But I'm also getting with these ones in the back is that there were boundaries, and you were trying to get past that and just waiting, and you got to a point where you shared your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, your ideas with this person, or maybe with a group of people, and with this conversation, maybe you realized that maybe it's not meant to work, or maybe you shared these feelings with them and they straight up just said no, or whatever it was. They didn't they didn't agree with you and walk with you with your ideas. And in that case, no one's winning, right? And because of that, you didn't, obviously, no one feels good about that. But the fact here is that you need to stop grieving about what's already gone, because that's not going to be in your control anymore. You can't change what has already happened. You can't change other person's mind. You can't force them to walk with you or agree with your ideas. But what you can do is maybe you can reach out to other people and share your emotions, or maybe if this was about a relationship, a specific person, maybe there's someone else out for you, right? And as soon as you realize this, you will be able to get out of the feeling of grieving, the feeling of loss. And in no time, trust me, in no time, this will make you happy. All you have to do is just realize that this is not in your control anymore. and you cannot do anything but to feel sad about it. So it's up to you. Do you want to keep feeling sad about that? Or you want to look the other way and find your happiness? Right? So it's only about time here. I know it's not that easy to let go of our emotions about someone or something that you worked on very hard that easily. But it's also the challenge for all of us here that we need to move forward. No matter what, we need to move forward. And with the sun, I'm getting that you've learned everything that you needed to learn, right? We just talked about it. So just a matter for you to really realize that you need to look the other way. There are doors that will open, that are wide open for you right away, and it's going to be happy ever after. So it's right around the corner. Whatever you're feeling is just in your head. As soon as you realize that you need to move forward, you need to grow out of that, you need to outgrow of this feeling, that's when you break through and you feel the energy of the sun here. The sun card, happy, vitality, happy ever after. It's the best card in the deck here, right? So it's waiting for you. Are you ready? Let's see what else. The Hanged Man. See? You just need to change your perception, the way of thinking. So you need to surrender. See, look, I already told you that you can't really do anything to change for whatever it has already happened, right? So the answer to your question is that if you keep resisting this, it's never going to change. Your situation will never change. But if you surrender, if you understand that surrendering isn't just about, like give someone else the power. Surrendering is to claim your power, basically. In this situation, if you surrender to the situation, because obviously, can you do anything about this? This has already happened for you, I'm seeing. And there is going to be a great time, a happy ever after waiting for you. But my question to you here is that whatever has happened, can you change anything? No, right? So the other question here in that case for you, it would be, do you want to keep feeling this? Do you want to keep feeling sad about this situation? Do you want to keep looking at what's the damage that has already been done? Right? You need to surrender to the situation. You need to understand that some things aren't in your control. And honestly, I'm also getting that maybe if you're afraid of a result, if you're anxious about something, if you're worried about something, you just have to understand one thing. No amount of anxiety, no amount of worry will change the outcome. What's meant to happen will happen. You have no control. So there's no point in thinking about thoughts that's just making you feel it's keeping you on a lower vibration. So I'm also getting that at the moment, you are just thinking about certain things which hasn't yet happened or may have happened in the past. You're not in the present moment. But if you ask yourself, if you look at yourself right now, feel wherever you are, feel where you're sitting, feel what you're doing right now. Do you see any problem right now? I bet there's no problem at all. Because in the present moment, there is no problem that exists. All the problems are either of the past or of the future. And our mind keeps thinking either about the past or in the future. And with those thoughts, that's called compulsive thinking. And with these thoughts, if you think a thought for 17 seconds, I've heard that you give a feeling to that. Basically, you're just making that thought alive. And then you start to feel the feelings about that. So here's what I want you to do from here on. Whenever a thought bothers you, acknowledge that you have this thought and it's bothering you. The kind of feelings that you have with the thought. Or whenever you're feeling anxious, sad, or uncomfortable, anxious, any feeling that is not happy, ask yourself, what are you thinking? Is it past? Is it future? Well, then you tell yourself, whatever I'm thinking right now, maybe worried about, is it going to change anything? If it could change anything, keep thinking about that. But I'm going to tell you what's going to change anything, what's going to be a reality. Your thoughts will become your reality. So as soon as you start to feel any feeling that is not happy, just change your thoughts. Okay, acknowledge that you're having this thought and think about something that makes you happy. Think about what you want. Wouldn't it be great if you had a dream house that you wanted to have, a dream car that you're driving. Think about the feelings. Think about that car long enough for it to give you the feelings, and then you'll start to be happy. That's when you start to change your vibration as well. And that's how you surrender. And that's the hangman trying to tell you. Surrender to the situation because you can't do anything. It's not in your power. Okay? So get on to thoughts that make you happy. And, okay, the Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting that it's a slow and steady energy. And this is something about material. Because Pentacles are Earth. It represents Earth sign. It's the suit of Earth. So anything material, money, house, body, all of that. So I'm getting that whatever it is for you, there is progress, but there is slow, but still progress there, is what I'm getting with this card. Okay, let's see what else. Remember, the pain is either in the past or in the future. So if you're feeling painful, sad, anything apart from being happy, just change your thoughts. Be in the present moment. Try and meditate. It's best practice. Oh, 5 of Wands. A lot of 5s here. What's going on? This could be conflict. This could represent conflict. Competition. So I'm getting that this whole situation is about competition. And if it's healthy competition, like, you're competing with other athletes, it's a good competition. But the card is just suggesting that there's competition here. It's just telling me that there's competition, or there's conflict. This could be at work. This could be at work. Conflict at work, maybe. The King of Cups. And he is he's the king of emotions, basically. Doesn't matter what difficult situations, he is able to manage the situation as swiftly as possible with his wisdom. He doesn't lose his cool, and he's able to what I wanted to say is that this card, when it's pulled out for you, it's also advising you. I'm also getting that this may be a situation at work, the whole situation at work, not just with a person here. Okay? So this could be, I'll get to that in a moment, but what I'm getting with this card is it's asking you to deal with situations with emotional maturity. Okay? I understand that you're grieving something, there's slow progress, you need to surrender here, there's conflict, boundaries, your ideas are not being bought, and all of that could make you feel vulnerable and, I wouldn't feel motivated to show up at work, right? Because there's slow progress, no one wants to agree with my ideas, there's conflict, competition. I mean, this would motivate me, personally, and I think that you should also, if there's competition, healthy competition, then you should also take part in it, because it's always good. It's only going to improve you from there on, right? So if there's competition, you should take part in it, because it's only going to grow you, because it's going to make you strive to do better, right? Because you're in a competition. But if there's conflict, I would suggest that you stay away from it if there's conflict at work, because the King of Cups here is a card that's showing us that you need to look at situation, understand that if you react, it's only going to work against you. Okay? So you need to be like this King of Cups, dealing with difficult situations easily with your wisdom, because you're emotionally so much mature. And this card is pulled up because it's just reminding you that to navigate through this difficult situation, all you have to do is just deal maturely. Don't let your emotions take over, because it's only going to work against you. Okay, so I said that this is, for me, I'm also getting that this may be a workplace situation, because wands are also your ambitions, represents work, ambition, creativity, and all that. So there could be boundaries here, or with the nine of wands here, you could be, you have ambitions and you're just tired right now, but you're resilient. Okay, and what's making you feel this is because your ideas, or whatever your ways of working, whatever your ideas about whatever your ideas about a project, whoever you're pitching it to are not buying it, and that's making you feel bad, and you're grieving the situation. But again, it's not in your control because they are in the position, right? So the only thing that you could do is just put forward your ideas. But I'm getting that there is going to be happy ever after. Maybe you're looking at just the negatives here. Maybe there's something positive for you when they didn't buy your idea. Maybe there must have been challenges that you may be not able to come across, or maybe there's something else waiting for you, like the Five of Cups here suggests. There are still cups here that are still upright, and you just need to validate and understand that this is not the end of the world, and there are options. As soon as you realize there's this sun moment happy ever after. So what are these options for you is what you need to see. Could it be a change of workplace? I mean, I'm not asking you to quit your job, but I'm just maybe work in a different project, maybe work out of a different location, or this could be about just changing your emotions to the fact that there's nothing you could do about what's already happened, and you just let go of that emotion that's putting you down, and then there's happy ever after, right? So that just could be change of emotion as well. And then with the Hanged Man, it's also telling us that you just need to change your perception. You need to surrender to the situation because outcomes are not in your control. So as soon as you understand that, it'll be a lot better for you. So with the Knight of Pentacles here, I'm getting that there is progress. There's slow progress, but there's still a progress. There's definitely progress. Okay. With the Five of Wands here, there's conflict and there is competition. So if it's competition, it's good for you. You should compete because it's only going to make you strive to be better, and that's a good thing, right? So if this is competition, go for it. But if it's a conflict, stay away from it. And with the King of Cups here, we're getting that you need to be like him. You need to navigate through difficult situations with ease through your own wisdom. If you react because your emotions is taking over, and if you react with letting your emotions take over, is what I mean, then it's going to work against you. But this is a great card to come up because it's just reminding you that it's in your power, and you could be like this King of Cups and not let your emotions take over and spoil the situation for yourself. Okay, so I guess that's all I have for you today. And if this message resonated with you, definitely go hit that like button. I appreciate your presence here today, and thank you all for listening to me so far. And I will come back to you with another message pretty soon. Also, I wanted to let you all know that I am going live this week. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do, because as soon as I go live, there will be a notification sent to everyone who's subscribed, and that way you will know that what time I'm going live this week, and you could definitely come in, check in, and ask your questions, and I will one-on-one answer them, right? So I will see you in the next message, and also hopefully when I go live, you're there. Until then, take care. Bye.